Hello, guys. We're here live inside the group um, with Vape Have Kakar, the founder. I'm calling him Vape Have now. So Vape Have Kakar, the founder of Websignals. He is here with us to sweeten the deal. So if you guys are not, if you're sitting down, you gotta relax, standing up, sit and watch because this is going to be really very entertaining, very educating, and very informing session about Web Signals Deal. And let's see. So if you're actually here, please let me know. Let me know. Tell us your name and where you are joining us from. What time is it for you? Let's give it a minute or two for people to join. I know a lot of you guys who are watching or waiting for it, and it takes for a minute or two for people to join. So how is the voice? Can you hear us? How is the voice? How is the video? Are you guys, if you, yeah, I'm gonna double check too. Please just say hi or something so we know we're broadcasting this live into the group.
Mohammed, this is your third live back to
Back
back,
to
right?
back today. I have a lot of
Wow.
energy. Yeah, I've had my
How
coffee.
many hours? What are you
Yeah,
drinking, man? How do you get so much energy?
honestly, I love talking about deals, and it's just something I enjoy. It's
So
having
these give you the
conversation.
energy.
Exactly, having conversation with people and all that stuff. So let me double check if I can see anyone joining, because it takes a minute or two for people to realize we're even live in the group. So
I think people are tired, man.
people are tired of my face. Okay.
No, not your face, but three lives because all the deals are so good. I'm
Yeah,
sure a lot of
they're
people have
like,
watched both the lives
I
back to
warn
back.
people. I warn people not to show up here, but that's fine. Let me double check on Black Friday. Yeah, there are people. So whoever is joining us, please let us know. Let me double check, and I'm gonna have to put this as an announcement, probably, and then put it on pin page, and then we'll go from there, guys. We're sweetening the deal for Web Signals, and we made some adjustments here and there, and we'll talk about that. So if you're here, please let us know. Say your name and how long have you been watching the live for today. We'll continue. We'll continue and talk about the deal. Pretty sure most of the Eastern world is sleeping. It must be really late for you, right?
Oh yeah, it's like 1 a.m.
Wow, wow, wow. That's what I used to be. It used to be the opposite. And so
Yep.
so I'm pretty sure so a lot of you guys who don't even understand the product. So why don't we first of all talk about what you wanted to talk about, use cases, all that stuff, and then we'll talk about sweetening the deal after. So when enough people have joined. Is that fine?
Sure,
Share
absolutely,
your screen,
absolutely.
share
Do
your
that.
screen, and we'll go ahead. 2:21:41 here. That's not that bad. It's only 9:41 p.m. Must be in somewhere in Europe. Yeah.
Um, Web Signals. So, a lot of people, when we
Hey, wait,
started,
wait, wait, wait.
Web Signals was a
We can,
software which used to get mentions
I,
from the web.
I can't see
It
you.
did not have a lot of add-ons. And the plan was we would listen to the community. We would listen
Uh,
to what everyone is
Wait,
talking
Puff.
about, what everyone wants from
Can
us,
you hear me? Hello?
rather than, just building what we want to build. And that's
Hey,
what we
Puff.
did. If you see,
It is connected.
we've kind of started building feature by feature, feature by feature, and
Hey, Puff.
um,
Hello?
here. But can you also see my Dropbox right now,
No, wait, wait. We can't see
or is it
anything.
just the
We can't
window?
see anything. We can't see anything. Hello? Hello, Vaibhav.
Hello,
We can only hear you, but we couldn't see you. Sorry. Are you there?
hello, Mohammed. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now I can hear. Oh, okay. I hear you now. Yes. Can you hear me? Hello? What happened here?
Mohammed, are you there?
Yes, I
Is
can.
it me?
I can hear your voice. I can hear your voice, but I can't see you. It's disconnecting. Uh, looks like technical problem. Uh, okay. Uh, looks like technical problem. Okay. See,
Okay.
and yeah, yeah. Okay.
Right. Can you hear me,
Looks like.
Mohammed?
Yes, I hear you. He disconnected, guys. Give it a minute or two, guys. And if you're here, please let us know. It looks like we got disconnected from him. He's gonna come back. Yes. Let's see here. Alrighty. Guys. Give it a minute or two, guys. And if you're here, please let us know. Can you see me?
Yes, I can
What
see you,
happened
man.
is you disappeared, right? And then we could hear your voice, but we couldn't see anything. No screen, no video.
Okay. Is it fine now?
It's yeah, I can hear you. I can see you very well. So if you are
Okay,
sharing the
great.
screen, just share the screen, and then
Right. I was sharing the screen. I think the application window froze. Can you see my screen now?
yes, I can see a screen. That looks like it.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So earlier you were able to hear me but not see the screen. Sorry.
Yes. Now I
I
can
don't know
see
what
you, and I
happened
can
there.
hear you, and I can have you
Okay.
on the side where so people can see where you are. That's your face there.
Right. Awesome.
Right.
Right, guys. So yeah, I was talking about we launched the deal around 3 weeks back.
Right.
We got a lot of feature requests.
Mhm.
We started building all the features, and if you can see, this is kind of what we have done so far. Um, Mohammed, can you see this Dropbox folder as well, right?
I see. I see the web signals, your social inbox, whatever you have planned here. Yeah.
Okay, no. So I think yeah. So okay, these are all the features which we maybe what I'll do is I'll um,
Okay.
1 second. Right. So now you can see, right? This
Yes.
Dropbox
That's
folder.
Dropbox. Yes. 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 Yes.
Right. So what I'll do is I'll arrange these by modified. So,
Mm-hmm.
2610, that is when we did the first, the
Day
launch
of the
of the
deal.
deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And the first feature we launched was 31st
Mm-hmm.
of October,
Right.
which was the team share. Then
Mm-hmm.
the next feature we launched was the team feature where you can actually manage your teams.
Right.
um, on second, then on fourth we launched another feature which was advanced keyword edition.
Right.
A lot of people were asking if they can actually have the keywords with selected sources, because what web signals would do
Mm-hmm.
is if you would add a keyword, um, it would pull all the sources and sometimes use a lot of mentions. So we added this advanced button
Right.
here, and we gave the ability to turn off any of the sources like this.
Right.
So that was the next feature we built.
Mm-hmm.
And then we added LinkedIn. So this was a highly requested feature.
Mm-hmm.
People wanted to
LinkedIn
search for
mentions.
mentions on LinkedIn. We
Right.
went ahead and built LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
So you can now, like, so I have Uber suggest here, and I selected LinkedIn. So all the mentions on LinkedIn you can see here. Then the next feature we worked on was unlinked mentions. Now this is for everyone who does SEO.
Right.
We went ahead and we built the unlinked mentions where anyone who is not really linked to you,
Right.
on your brand name,
Mm-hmm.
web signal actually goes and finds out those mentions where you actually have those people not linking to you. So
So then
as
you
you can
can get
see here,
backlinks from them. Yes.
yeah, it's simple. Like, you just approach these people who have not linked out to you,
Yeah.
and just ask them, nicely, hey, you've mentioned me, but you've
Right.
not linked out to me. Can you perhaps, add a backlink to me? So it's one of the easiest way
Easiest way to
to
get a yes. Yes. A backlink.
get backlinks. And each backlink, like, say, here I see 159 unlinked mentions. So
Mm-hmm.
each of, like, maybe even if I get like 20% of these backlinks, there'll be like 30 backlinks, which is a lot of backlinks. It takes tremendous amount of effort to
Right.
build these many backlinks. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yep. Then
Then
we
we
went
did
ahead
set the
and built the
sentiment,
sentiments,
the negatives
which
and
is
positives. Yes.
positive and negative sentiments. Early on we had a button where you could report the sentiments, but then people suggested, why don't you allow us to change the sentiment? Say this is negative sentiment as per our algorithm, but perhaps it is not negative; it is neutral or positive. So now, this is a small change. I didn't even announce it, but
Wow.
now
So,
people can
so
actually
that
change
this.
their sentiment as well,
Mm-hmm.
and automatically, like, it will say this one is neutral. So, and the algorithm is getting trained every time someone uses this function. We make a note of it at the back end, then our team of data analysts will analyze
Mm-hmm.
that particular mention and see why our algorithm marked it as positive, but the person who actually saw it as a negative or something else, and tweak the algorithm a bit to make it better.
Right.
So that's sentiment analysis. Then we launched the dashboard. So the dashboard
Mm-hmm.
gives you an idea of how the mentions are flowing over time. What is actually happening. So what you can do is select a keyword, say hrefs. Um, Now you just did the brand overflow, webinar right before this, so we have to
Right.
talk a little bit more about
SEO.
SEO,
Right.
perhaps.
Right.
So, and we have rank watch as one of our software, so we keep tracking all the competitors there. So this is the dashboard, reporting dashboard, where, as you can see, we are tracking all the mentions every single day. uh,
Mm-hmm.
we are seeing how many negative and positive mentions are getting added.
Right.
So this is perhaps when we actually launched the negative mentions,
Mm-hmm.
the sentiment analysis. So you'll see the real number of negative and positive sentiments, mentions getting accumulated only after this date. And
Right.
then the influencers, which is an amazing feature. Like, personally, I really love the influencers. So what influencers does is, on various platforms like Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, web, news, and even YouTube, it finds people, it finds accounts who have, so you can select accounts which have the maximum followers,
Mm-hmm.
or accounts which have mentioned that particular keyword most number of times.
Right.
So in this case, Ahrefs, uh, right now it has maximum number of followers. So Moz has 560K followers, and it has 7 posts where it mentions about Ahrefs. And
Right.
then this reader app has 419K followers. This guy Neil has 200K followers, and he's made, all these people have made posts about Ahrefs. And there are actually 3,000 of these influencers who have talked about Ahrefs. And if you want, you can just keep on going on each page for each one of them. And say you don't want to see people who have maximum number of followers, but you want to see people who have talked about Ahrefs the most number of times. So what I mean by that is, someone who has mentioned Ahrefs say 20 times, 30 times. Who are those people who are really talking about Ahrefs a lot? So then what I can do is, I can arrange this, instead of follows, I can arrange it by mentions.
Mm-hmm.
um, Yep. So Ahrefs' own account has made 65 posts about Ahrefs, obviously. Then Tim Ciulo, he's the marketing guy at Ahrefs. He's talked about Ahrefs 63 posts. But now, see, first few will always be the self accounts, but then the other posts, like this guy, Prosper, he has no followers, but he has made 58 posts. Not relevant. These two people have no followers. But then this guy, Patrick, has 10,000 followers, and he has made 31 posts about Ahrefs. Now, this is interesting. If I want to see what are those exact posts, I can just click and see all the posts which Patrick has made. Um, and you can see, he's mentioned Ahrefs in each one of these posts. So these are people who are talking about hrefs multiple number of times. And I can easily go out. So if I'm running a competitive brand, I can go out and um, actually approach these people. So I'll come to the use cases in a while, but let's talk about the features which we have launched for now. So yeah, this is the dashboard which has overall analysis and influencers. Um, and we are very soon launching language and top hashtags used, word cloud as well.
Right.
So that's another feature which we launched. And then um, we launched the white label. Now white label is something which everyone wanted. Our most sold deal is the agency plan, and the reason is it comes with a white label. So this particular plan allows you to have web signals on your own domain.
Right.
And um, the next launch was the white label. So all you have to do is go to your profile, and you know okay, this account does not have white label, but if an account has white label, it'll show the
Hmm.
white label option.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, in the accounts it will show the white label option.
Hmm.
um, and the next feature which we launched was reports. Now reports is a great feature as well, because people want to share reports with their clients, people want to share reports with the internal team members. So
Right.
you can just create a report for any keyword, um, and add your logo, add your date range. It takes maybe a few minutes, sometimes mostly less than 30 seconds to
Hmm.
generate the report. And I've just generated a test report. In the meantime, I'll talk about the next feature, which was leads. Now, leads was important. Leads, what leads does? Okay, the report has been generated. So this is the
And it's the
report
white label
feature.
report for all accounts.
Yes, it is a white label report. If you wanted, you could have added your own logo over
Hmm.
here,
Hmm.
which would have replaced our logo here with your
Right.
own logo.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, because
yep,
the
that's
client.
sorry.
No, is there a limit to how many reports you can generate or anything
No, no, you can see the number of keywords. So you can generate as many reports as you want. The limit is only on the number of keywords
on
which
the
you can add.
keywords? Excellent.
Yes. So for each keyword you want, if you want, you can generate 5 reports a day for
Right.
different date ranges and stuff like that.
Yeah, let's
We
move
don't
up.
limit
Move up. Let's
on
see
that.
how the report says. Go all the way to the end slowly.
Sure,
Let's
sure.
see how it looks. Yeah. So it's mentioned
So
everything, the summary, the sentiment analysis that's coming.
yeah, summary, then total mentions, social reach, non-social reach,
Right.
mentions by source. So sentiment analysis is already here. If you see positive
The
and negative,
positives,
how
the
it's.
negatives. Does it list also all the negative posts or the positives?
We list some of the recent posts. We can easily list the negatives and positives, just that the report
So can
was
you click
becoming.
on a link on any of those posts to take you to the source?
In the report, not really.
Yeah. So that would be helpful because that's very important, right? So that if somebody wants to
Okay.
know exactly.
Here, oh, actually, in the most recent mentions, you can. You see here, you can click on these to actually go to the posts.
Right.
But see, this is like a PDF
That's
report.
taking that's taking you back to the dashboard.
No, no, no. It is taking you to that
Click
particular
on that one.
page.
Let's see. Yeah, I want to see
Sure.
how it goes to Twitter. Oh yeah, that's
So
good. That's good.
this is
Okay.
a post about Rank Watch, very
Yeah.
recent. Um, 10 tips to how to create your content marketing funnel. This
Right.
guy has tweeted about it.
Hmm.
And yeah, you, as you can see, so this you know is a report which can be sent to your clients.
Hmm.
This is a report which actually, it can also be used as a lead generation source. um, like we were discussing an idea, me and Mohammed, that perhaps we can have this report and block some parts of it, where the client will have to. So so this
Yes.
link is actually a shareable link. Like, you can just share the link of this report and send it to your client. Now, what can happen is the client will have the link. Again, this also will be white labeled. If you're on your own domain, the whole
Yeah.
thing will be white labeled.
Right.
Um, so the client will actually have your link, and then some parts of this report can actually be blocked. So this is an idea me and Mohammed were discussing. I think just Mohammed
For lead
yesterday it
generation
was.
purposes, yes.
Yes. So that's another thing which we'll work on in the coming time. See, again, what we are doing is we are just making sure um, all the, yep, what you see here. We update it every Sunday. Whatever is planned, or whatever we are working on. So
Like
like you
roadmap.
see here, integrations, the roadmap. The integrations are here. So this is again something which I've not yet announced, but if you go to any of the projects, any of the keywords, we
Yeah. So
even have the
while you
hooks,
are here,
webhooks live.
can we
So
take
you
a quick
see with
question?
any of the projects, you'll see this small button here,
Mhm.
integrations, and you go there, you can see the Pably Connect link and the link where how it will work. Now we have to still work with Pably to ensure that there's a proper connect, there's proper triggers, and all those things are there.
Yep.
But from our end, the hooks are already built. So we
So
just.
what does the hooks do? What are these endpoints? What do they do?
So, see, right now, what we have done is we have created data push from our side. Like, so, whatever data we have to send from Web Signals to Pably, that has been done. Now we have to actually figure out, work with Pably to ensure that, say, we have to figure out multiple use cases. Say, for example, someone wants the unlinked mentions to be sent to one tool, or say, you want to reach out to unlinked mentions. So, an emailing tool should get all the unlinked mentions data, and then you want all the websites in unlinked mentions,
Right.
the emails of those people to be pulled out. So that kind of integration. Now that part is still something which we'll have to see, that what are the integrations which will work well. When we are, like, from our end we are pushing data, but then on Publicy, sky is the limit. You can add any tool, or a group of tools. You can create flows, you can do so many things to enhance the functionality of this. But yeah, this is a feature which is like, it's a half, like, we've just built it from our end, but we still have to work with Pably to kind of complete the feature.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of possibilities. When a negative, mention comes in, send text message with the link on it, something like that. Using Twilio.
Um, yeah, see, we also launched the leads feature. So white label, then reports I've talked about, then was leads feature. Now leads, again, talking about integrations. Whenever, so leads is something where we are trying to showcase that whenever something which has buying intent
Hmm.
is there. Now Tim Cook is not a keyword where buying intent would be there, but let's say sprinkler. That's another competitor of Web Signals, which has multi-billion-dollar valuation. Um, when talking about keywords like sprinkler,
Right.
um, so we figured out that there are three mentions which have say possibility of being leads.
Okay. So, yeah, is there a way to how?
So
Okay,
something like this, if it is a lead, you can perhaps send it to uh, Pably, and then Pably can maybe put it into
send
your
them email or
CRM.
something. Yes, yes, yes. Good.
So that is the use of integrations as a feature, and then we launched the advanced filters. Now this is also.
Before hold on, before you go to that,
Mhm.
can you take this question? There's a
Sure.
question coming through. It says mention credit consumption has been a pain and of great inconvenience since
Absolutely.
the very start. Will there be a feature to manually limit the number of search results for mentions. Right now, keyword
All right.
search for mentions will consume all mention credits, and I can't find out until it's too late. Second option is that I have to turn on search only for selective social media, and I can't turn on the normal website for keywords because that will exhaust and exceed mention credit limits within minutes. Third option is that I have to avoid more than 80% or 90% of keywords so as to avoid exhausting mention credit limits. So I request WebSignal team to work out a better solution to control mention results. Is that not a good question? Good time?
That's a great question actually, because this is one thing which was a pain for most of the people. Because see, okay, now we built a tool. I'll show you something.
Right.
We were very happy when we launched Web Signals because of one reason, um, that we were getting a lot of data. We did studies where we compared ourselves with other competitors, and the amount of data which we were getting, it was amazing. Like it was much higher than all the competitors, and we thought, wow, that's amazing, that's great. But we did not understand. So as you can see, we are getting much more data than others because we're crawling the web much better, deeper. But what we did not think about at that point of time was that the mentions which we are getting, a lot of people don't need historic mentions. They only perhaps want maybe mentions from last couple of months, last 1 month, last 6 months, and they want to track the future mentions. And it's interesting and funny that this question has come up, because this is one of the features which I was going to announce today, but because we were doing the live
That's a,
today, I thought, let me not announce it like I always do, but use some tricks from the books of Ahmed, secret feature. So this is
yeah,
our
this
secret
is the
feature.
secret feature coming exactly.
uh,
Yeah.
so
Okay, so
so so
that feature definitely is going to be here.
oh, it's here. We have
Yeah,
made it live.
let's explore that feature so you can
Yes. So
take care of your
so
keywords.
absolutely. So whatever keyword you want to add. So say I'm adding Richard Branson as a keyword. All I need to do is go to advanced, and now you see here historic mentions, and you can select a time frame, which is which can be last 1 year, 180 days, 90 days, 30 days, 7 days, or all time. So if you don't want your historic mentions to your mentions to kind of use all your quota, just select last 7 days, and that's it. Press save, and now this particular keyword will get searched with only last 7-day data. So this is um, something which really kind of we had to break our current flows, recode a lot of things, because this is not how we built Web Signals, and no other software actually kind of does allow you. Actually, that's not true. Maybe one or two of them do allow you, but yeah, we did not build Web Signals to allow this. And but yeah, we have done it, and
Yeah,
now
people care
here.
about the most recent mentions so they can address it quickly before it gets out of hand. So this makes sense. Now look, that's 12 minutes ago, 1 hour ago, 20, and it only used 519 mentions
Yes,
because
for a
that's a
keyword like Richard
famous
Branson.
guy. Yeah,
Yes.
he's a very famous
So,
guy, right?
yep, absolutely. It'll still, Richard Branson will still use up some mentions, but those mentions will
Let's
be
see
like
some of
last.
the negative. Oh, some of them are negative. What do they say about it?
I've failed so many times. Again, see, sentiment analysis is a little tricky because it's based on words. So say this one says, I failed so many times that I couldn't list. Now, is it really negative? Maybe it talks about failure, which is negative. So it's emotions, but which we are trying to judge. um, we have done a lot of R&D on sentiment analysis, and it's very difficult to get it 100% bang on, accurate. But we're trying. But yeah, you'll see some negatives as well. So yeah, so normally a keyword like Richard Branson would have taken like 7,000, 10,000, maybe even 20,000. and now it's only taken 1100 mentions. So uh, that's the new feature, guys. I was going to launch it separately or talk about it separately, but because of this question, I thought maybe it's a good time to talk about it now. So
Yeah.
now whenever you add a keyword,
Hmm.
you can just go to advanced, and you'll see the option of historic mentions. So for your old
Okay, so
keywords,
can we
it
add
will,
specific sources rather than specific sources? Just like a
um
specific website? I just want to follow anything CNN says about this, for example.
so yeah, so that's
Specific
that's the last
websites.
feature which I had to still talk about, which was the advanced filters, which was the last feature which I released.
Hmm.
Yes, you can. So now using this filter option here, you can actually select the website, say cnn.com, you said.
Right.
I don't think CNN would have talked about Uber Suggest. Um, but
Let's
let
go to
me,
Richard Branson.
yeah, let's go to Richard Branson. Absolutely.
Hmm.
But again, that's in the last 7 days. Maybe I'll use Bill Gates. Or
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure CNN would have talked about Bill Gates.
Hmm. And
And
can I add this to after the search, or can I do this before they even do any search? Like, do you understand? Before I do it,
yeah,
because now this
I
looks like
understand.
after the search, right? This is just a
Yes,
filter at the
it is
source
after the
level, huh?
it is after the search, but I get your question. So what you're saying is before you have even searched for something, can
Yeah, I
you
just want to find out
add
on
that
that
filter?
specific website.
So so to answer that, what we are going to do is we are going to add boolean here. So now what
Yes.
boolean would mean is you will be able to do things like, say, Richard Branson, um, and say
CNN.
Steve Jobs, and then you want to say not like A and B minus C. Um, so things like this, you'll be able to do um, while you're searching. So this will these kind of queries can actually enhance your search capabilities. There can also be an or option, so A or B. You can just make this query as complex as possible, or you can add. So this is like programming your own search query. But here, I don't think we'll be able to provide the option of websites, selected websites. But what we are planning to do is, if you want to kind of have, say you selected a filter here, and you selected a website, say cnn.com, or in this case, let's say, what websites would he be mentioned? Let me open. Thinks looks like a lot of um, so the thing is, we have during this whole launch, we have already upgraded our servers twice. Last one was today morning, because the number of queries which we have to handle and the amount of data is multiplying.
Very fast, yes.
Let's
As people buy deals and all that stuff. But guys, we're also talking about sweetening the deal. So in the next few minutes, we'll get to that. I was just showing how much the tool has come out in the last
Yeah.
30 days. It's been crazy. I've never seen this kind of development.
Yeah, we have really worked hard on this. Like, if you see, I'll show you something. So these are the videos, all the videos. So I put them in my Dropbox as soon as I complete the video on that day. And if you see, 5 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 6:37 a.m., 2
No,
a.m.,
no
4 a.m.
sleeping. No sleeping. I can see that.
So
3 3
just from last week, we have kind of gone back to our normal routines to kind,
slow
because see,
down.
you can, you
Yes,
can
yes.
you
mentions.
can run hard for maybe a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, but then you burn out.
Yeah, man.
And
Yes.
our teams were really burning out, and like we were all feeling the brunt of it. So we thought,
Pressure.
okay, let's go back to normal, and then yeah. But again, we will keep on developing. We'll make sure we are the best out there, and not settle before that. So
Okay,
Mohammed,
so let's
whatever.
talk about sweetening the deal.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Do you want to do that, or do you want me to talk about it?
Yes, so you can go ahead talk about it. Okay, the biggest pain. First of all, I want to mention that a lot of you guys wanted this deal sweetened, not because they're okay with all the other plans, but most of the time, it was coming from the agency. People are saying the keywords are not good, the mentions are running so fast. So we came up with a solution for both problems, with the mentions being limited and the keywords being limited, both for the agent's license, because the agent's license comes with a lot of good perks, right? Yeah.
So guys, see, what we are doing right now is we are giving 400 keywords and 1.5 million mentions per month. Now, if you look at one of our closest competitors, a Vario, at 299 per month, they're giving 50 keywords. We are giving 400, and they're giving half a million 500K mentions per month. Okay, we are giving 1.5 million mentions per month. The problem was, because we were getting so much historical data, that the mentions were still getting exhausted. But now with the feature I've just talked about, where we will limit the amount of historic mentions which you want to gather, the consumption of mentions will definitely get controlled. Also with Boolean search, which we are going to launch very soon, hopefully in the next 1 week to 10 days, we launch the Boolean search. That will also allow you to control the amount of mentions, because right now, if you have to search for one keyword, you will actually just enter that one keyword. But when you do A and B, then will only show you websites which have both those keywords together. So which means the number of mentions will reduce a lot. um, and still, like the mention numbers are, we are like here 10x the number of keywords for the 299 per month plan. In 599 plus, right now the digital think coupon is still applicable, I think, for the last few hours of the deal. um, so after 30th, as Mohammed has said, the digital thing coupon will stop working. So you can still get a 20% discount on this, which comes out to be, I think, around 470 something dollars.
Right.
And I was hesitant. Mohammed, we've had like at least, I think,
Right.
um, 4 or 5 discussions over the last
Yes.
few
3 4 weeks
weeks.
going back and forth. So we
Yeah, I'm like, Mohammed, it's a lot. It's a great deal. We all, like, if I go back to the Excel files, we started this with like 200 keywords, thinking that okay, a value has 50, we have 200.
yes.
That's great. But then Mohammed already pushed us to 400, and but I think people want more, and we want to make this a great deal for everyone. We want people to use it. We want people to make money from it,
Right.
because we know the value of LTD community. It's see, there's a case scenario in life when you cannot lose, and that is when you are in a win-win scenario. So if you win, the other person wins. Now I really feel doing an LTD is kind of a win-win. If we do well, you guys do well,
Right.
and you will support us when we are doing good. So obviously we cannot sit back, relax, but if we are doing well, you will all support us. So that's the whole aim. In our last discussion, we finally kind of did the numbers again, saw what is the maximum we can go to, and we have decided to add another 100 keywords to the agency plan, which will now make it 500 keywords
Right.
um, for the agency plan with 1.5 million mentions. All the other limits will remain the same, but the number of keywords will increase by 100.
Yeah.
So guys,
Yes.
I
Yes.
hope.
So we had that point where there are people they wanted the mentions per keyword increased, and there are those who
Yes.
wanted number of keywords increased. So the problem is when you increase the number of keywords, the mentions per keyword reduce. This was a problem, and both of them will cost crazy amount of money, given that the nature of the tool is very resource intensive. Because anytime you add a keyword, you can see those little things flying around trying to grab things from the internet. So we wanted to make sure that the deal is sustainable, but then we also wanted to make sure that because we gave 50 clients, right? The thing is that most of your clients will not use a lot of keywords or a lot of mentions. Some of them may not have that many mentions. And to be honest, most clients will not have that
Yeah.
crazy many mentions, right? We did some testing here and there. The average small business won't have that many mentions, right? So with the Boolean search, which is if what equals when, so many different options, we can limit the control how many keywords, no, sorry, how many mentions you will need. Also, with the advanced filters, the ability to select the sources from which social media or all that stuff. So many controls now for your. So it's
and
yeah,
and these are mentions per month, so
mentions per
every
month.
month those many mentions. So like for example, a keyword like hovuku only has 500 mentions till now, and I think it's in my account since before it was launched. So normal brand keywords, which are not huge, don't get a lot of mentions. Like even like our own brands, let's say Avario. Let's look at Avario, which is a decent enough brand, would not have 50,000 or 100,000 mentions. It will be a few thousand, mentions. So most of the brands don't get. But what was happening was people were adding. So yeah, as you can see, Avario has 5,700 mentions, which is still okay. And again, this is all the historic mentions as well. Now you have the option to not have the historic mentions. The problem was, people were putting keywords like Black Friday, LTD, Donald Trump. So these things were like, whenever you put a viral keyword, that will consume a lot of mentions because
Right,
people are talking about it on the web and we are capturing all that information. So even now, if you end up putting Donald Trump, I'm sure even if you limit the historic, it will consume a lot of mentions.
right,
Um, so, but for any decent average keyword, the number of mentions are not that high. And again, these mentions, see, storage limit is there, but the number of mentions which you can get, new mentions which you can get, it resets every month. So, if say for example, you got all your 1.5 million mentions, you've used up, at the 30th day you'll get another 1.5 million mentions in your quota. So you don't really have to worry, and you can, over here, as you can see, you can see the number of mentions which you have used in that given month. Every 30th, that number resets. So I'm pretty sure this limit will now work out fine after the
so
historic mention.
we covered the historic mentions. I mean the monthly mentions by limiting the keywords. So by preserving how much keywords you really have to use per keyword, and then the agent's license went from 400 to 500, which means on average you have a good keyword count towards your clients, the 50 clients that you want to use this for, because you'll have your own, white label, CNAME, your own web signals. That's crazy, right? Any other tool that we know that has ever done that?
You know better, Mohammed. What
Yes.
do you
So try
know?
a warrior and ask them for a CNAME. They'll never do that, right? Try
Yeah,
with any of these
no
guys,
other
brand
tool
name.
gives a C name for
Yeah. So what we
social
get
mentions.
here, guys, this is a business in a box, right? With all the training, with all the ideas out there, we will definitely have some good, deals here, really good deals. And I think you guys need to take advantage and make crazy money out of this. We're building. So I was building. I started building some videos on how to make money with web signals. I did the first one, two, three. So they actually in there. If you're not there, members.digitalthing.io, I post them there, and will continue to post them there. I know I got interrupted because of my Facebook, account
Yeah.
issue, but we
your,
were.
your love hate story with Facebook.
Yes, yes. Now we're dealing with Facebook, so hopefully we'll solve that problem, and we will be back to even continue with those courses. But take advantage of the deal, guys, because the percentages you get is 20% for using the digital thing coupon. I the the brand the sorry the agent's license is very good right now. So those people who are worried about the amount of the keywords, I mean the mentions, the amount of keywords increased by 100 more. That's crazy. Then the mentions, you're getting all kinds of controls, to limit,
Yes.
right? You can limit it now by the number of days, so it won't be looking for something like 30 days ago or 40 days ago, which are not relevant. If you already had it searched, you don't need it anymore, right?
Yeah, people were even getting 5-year-old mentions or 10-year-old mentions, which was
We're
not
getting
really
that.
that.
Yes, yes. That was what happened. The first day people were seeing the mention, I put
Yeah.
at 7 hours, but then you look at it, it'll be like a couple of years ago. So that's
Yeah.
gone now.
All that is
This is
sorted, all that is handled.
Yes, this is why these deals come to us, because we get this kind of feedback. So, another question is Lucian Mamaliga is asking this question. If you add on the Boolean search this keyword and that keyword or another keyword
Mhm.
as a Boolean search, will this count as one keyword, or all
That's
those?
the thing. That's the beauty of Boolean. You can have 5 keywords, but it will actually count as one keyword.
That's it. So you hear that? It's all on
You,
a
you,
record
you
here,
can
video.
create and that is why we as the developers we were like, oh no, this can really be used smartly by a lot of people, but it is what it is. Yes.
Yes, it is what it
Um,
is. So having those several keywords with all those conditions between will count only as keyword as long as
See,
it's.
there's a reason why this plan of $89 has only 15 keywords, right?
Hmm. Who?
Which a value sells because people still buy this and it still adds value. So I feel now people selling web signals, reselling web signals can actually have these two plans, 3 and 15, which will average out to be somewhere around 10, at similar prices, and generate recurring income streams for yourself.
Great, great. So the deal has come far too long. Like it's much different than when it landed here, and it was only within a 30 days these guys did all that. So within 1 year, we don't even know what it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
I was adding all these videos to my YouTube channel, to our YouTube channel, and it was like in the last few weeks we have
yeah, let
done
me show
almost.
that. Let me show you that. Yeah. So all these tutorials, all the different features of
Okay,
web
today we
signals.
are going to talk about an.
Yes, it's creating a channel. This guy is already making about to make some income from YouTube using his video tutorials, right? This is great. This is great. Yeah, how to check sentiments, mentions, how to white label web signal, how to generate reports, how to generate leads, how to introduction to web signals.
But most importantly, Mohammed,
Yeah,
we are working on this. It's almost at the end stage. I, in fact, so this is what will actually help people use web signals. These are use cases.
right.
How to actually see what I was talking about before this was the features. Features
Hmm.
is how to basically use web signals, but these are the use cases, as in how can you actually use web signals in your own business to help your business grow.
Right.
And not one, not five, not 10, 29 different use cases we have figured out,
Hmm.
um, which can help people to increase their business to there's so many things. So for example, you can look at your competitors. You can analyze the negative mentions. Now this is so powerful. I can't even tell you how many big clients, we have gained for rank watch using this particular feature. We would always track. So the inception of web signals happened for two reasons. One, we wanted to track our competitors. Second, we wanted to track all the forums, all the places on the web like Reddit, Quora, all the different forums, and see where are what are people talking about when it comes to our keywords. So for these two reasons, we built a small internal tool which became Web Signals today.
Excellent.
So yeah, so analyzing negative mentions of your competitors. If you do, if you put your competitors keywords, their brand name, their top executives, that's very important. The CEOs, the CTOs, all the top executives of your competitors.
Right.
If you put those names in Web Signals as keywords, you will really be able to keep an eye on what is happening with your competitors. What are they doing, what are their new launches, what if they're raising funding, if there are any product updates, all the details you'll be able to uh, understand. And whenever you see anything negative, we also have now negative sentiments, but I would suggest to go through everything. And whenever you see anything negative, feel free, just very be very subtle and approach those people. Offer them a free trial, offer them a solution. We actually, there was a problem being faced by a lot of clients of one of our competitors, and we had a very good solution in our software. For that, we actually wrote a blog post about it and just tweeted it to all those people. And I can't even tell you, like, I think we got 10 enterprise clients from that one small blog post which was tweeted to all those people who were facing that particular problem. um, and it's just the speed of knowing, because if we were late by maybe 5 days, someone else would have noticed it and done the same. So it's important to do this in a very quick manner. You can also use Web Signals to find influencers. Influencers is huge. You can find influencers not just on the web. You can find influencers on YouTube. You can find influencers on Twitter. You can find influencers on Reddit. So all these influencers are people who will actually promote you. So you can find influencers of your competitors by putting their keyword. Now, to use all these use cases, you don't have to put these keywords again and again. You just put the keyword once, and you get all these use cases out of the same data. So you've put one of your competitors, you find all the influencers by going to the dashboard and approach them, see what's the best way to work with them. um, Also, if you're tracking the founders names, all the press which goes out, all the articles which go out. So for example, like I track a Vario, and I just saw, I think this was yesterday or day before, they had a very nice article.
You might want to use the filter for the website. You remember the website?
No, I don't remember the website. Yeah, this one. So there was a proper analysis of all the social media monitoring tools and the market and everything, and Avario was mentioned. But like this article gave me so many insights regarding the whole market, and what's happening, who all what are all the players, who's doing what. um, so pretty great, good article which I was able to find out by using Avario. And what I also do is I track the founders. Like this guy is the founder, and if yeah, I think
Right.
this one. So you see, this is an article written by the founder of Avario. So I can also see the angle he's taking. So he's talking about audience analysis. You know, content marketing he's talking about. So I know okay, these are the use cases which Avario is trying to use to target their audience. Now it's, see, on the internet, the beauty of the internet is everything is open, everything is out there. You just need the right tools to be able to understand and analyze what's happening. Now I have to prepare my own marketing strategy. How will I do that? I will look at what other competitors are doing. So now I know, okay, Vario is talking about content marketing. It's talking about audience analysis, and it all. So I can even see, all their links are, related to things like content marketing, social listening. So I'll get an idea what they are promoting. What are the things which they are talking about, and hence, we can keep ahead of the competition. We can make sure that we are not reinventing the wheel. At least things which are already proven are being done by us, and then, yes, once we are at level playing ground, we can try and innovate at the same time. So
Excellent.
that's one.
Right.
Studying social media performance of competitors. So now this is just the competitor intelligence. Um, Customer service. You can use web signals to understand whenever there's a negative review, whenever there's a customer query. You can quickly get to know that, okay, a customer, because see, what happens is people post everywhere. People post on various websites, people post on Facebook, people post on, like, there are at least 50 platforms, so it's very difficult to keep an eye on every platform. So there's a great use case for customer service. Then next is reputation management. Now, when you're tracking your reviews, you will get to know
Couple
what
of
are the negative
questions.
reviews.
Couple of questions
Yeah,
coming in. I gotta interrupt you here. The
sure,
time.
sure, sure.
So one question is for the agency holders, for those of you who invest in agency, for example, the client, if they have
Mhm.
a question, and first of all, can someone add their own chat, like scripts, chat script? For example, if I want to use my own intercom rather than showing your own intercom on my website.
Right. Yeah. So for right now, there is no chat option, but I think we can easily include option to add a script.
Yeah, I
So
think that that would be because that's an independent business, right? Let's say now
yes.
I got stuck with some of the questions my client is asking. They have a specific requirement or they have a specific question. And how
Hmm.
does that work? Do we reach out to you for support for that kind of stuff?
So we will support you as an, see, okay, now there are two relationships here:
Yes.
your relationship with your client and your relationship with us.
Okay.
So if your client has a question, most probably you'll know the answer, because you have been using web signals. If
Right.
you don't know the answer, you can come to us
Mhm.
and we will help you with the answer. We'll help you with whatever queries your client has, but we'll not directly work with your client. So we'll work with you, we'll train you, we'll create all the material for our clients, which is all the people who have bought the plans, but
Right.
then you service your own clients.
Good.
But if there's a query which is not solved, or something you don't know, you can always come back to us to ask how to handle a particular
Yeah, and
query.
having their own chat, a small widget that they can insert
Yes.
any. Okay, excellent. I know you spoke about API, but can we connect social accounts to reply to mentions
Mhm.
within the software? So rather than, I think some of the tools do that. Yeah.
So see, the thing is, it's not so, social accounts is only Facebook and Twitter, but there's a lot more. Like, we have Quora, we have Reddit, we have web, we have YouTube, we have podcast, we have TV. So no one does TV, no one does podcasts.
Right.
We have LinkedIn, we have radio also. So what? Okay, now social listening and like connecting the tools, these are kind of, although they're very closely connected, but they're not. So we see them as like slightly separate. As of now, we are not planning to have the connect ourselves, but what we are planning is, through web signals you can have a Pabbly integration, a Zapier integration, and then you can kind of maybe post. to all these platforms. So I'll show you an example actually. Um, so Talkwalker. Now
Mhm.
this is platform which is around the
Talk
pricing
walker.
starts at $10,000 per year, okay, $9,000
Mhm.
per year, and this is the basic plan. I took a demo of Talkwalker. I understood the complete platform, and the direction which they go in is not much different than what we are doing already. Slightly advanced, obviously, but not very advanced. But this is the direction where we would want to go, become a super solid listening, analytics and research platform rather than connecting to apps, because that becomes a different ball game altogether. And there's so many tools which already do that, like there's Publer, there's social monials, so many tools out there which allow you to post on onto your social profiles. The direction we are thinking to go in, again, we will follow what the community tells us to follow, but this is what we can understand right now, that the direction which will make us a super solid strong company is perhaps this direction, rather than adding those connects. But never say never. Most uh, what I'm saying right now is on the basis of what I understand right now. Maybe tomorrow we might feel that, okay, adding those connects with social networks is also very critical, because everyone is asking for them. In that case, we'll go ahead and build those connects. So we are doing what people are asking us to do,
Great.
um, along with trying to follow the direction. Like we don't want to kind of be everywhere, because then we'll be nothing. So we want to be experts at social listening, experts at listening, and that's what we do really well. We crawl the internet really well, and that's our strength.
Focus. Okay, perfect. That answers the question. Any other questions, guys? If you have questions, we can answer them. Again, the deal is live at websignals.com/digital think. When you use that coupon code, you will have the 20% off. Now 400 keywords. It says still there 400 keywords, but that will be
But
updated
this
to
like
500
500.
keywords in the next few hours. You can upgrade to LTD agency again, guys, by up to 4x within, we said within 12 months.
Within 12 months,
Yes.
yes.
So within a year. Again, before that upgrade uh, period elapses, we'll make an announcement and say, hey, anyone who grabbed the LTD deal back in the day, you can upgrade your agency, and we'll notify you of the expiry of that extended period of upgrading to the LTD. I'm sure by the time, within 6 months, this tool is going to be really, really uh,
Mohammed,
good investment.
surprisingly, I was surprised. There are people who have already taken the 4x. In fact, we've gotten request for 8x as well.
Yes, yes.
So
I know that because it's not easy to have this on your own custom domain. It's not a joke. It's a huge, huge investment, right? And
yes,
for you
and
to build a software
also,
like that, it's not easy. It's a lot of money. Yes.
right. So okay, let's get back to the use cases.
Yes.
Another good use case is the market research. Now, actually, this did not come from me. This came from the Digital Think group. I'll show you exactly.
Into
So,
Joseph
Joseph,
Michael Gard. Yes.
he told us about this use case, that he's actually using web signals to create mentions amongst Black Friday lifetime deals. So his buying decisions are actually impacted. So he took all the different deals out there, he put them in web signals, and he kind of created like analyzed the sentiments using the dashboard, and that's a great use case. So make informed purchase decisions, or
Hmm.
market research. Now market research can also be like, if you're doing stock market,
Right.
if you invest in stocks, if you invest in companies, web signals is a great way to understand what is happening with the company. What is the overall sentiment when something negative is happening. The sentiments will flow in. So if you want to keep an eye on certain stocks, just add those companies as keywords, add those brand names as keyword, their top uh, C level people as keywords, and just keep an eye on those particular uh, groups, and you'll know what's happening with that company, because the speed is of importance. If there's a big negative news, you want to sell your stock for a given company, and if you know before everyone else does, you'll be able to make.
Right. We lost you there. Are you there? Hello.
What you can do is, negative mentions of your brand can can be avoided because of this. um, Sorry, I think this is repeated. Okay, another use case of web signals is link building and SEO. Personally, I really like these three use cases. Unlinked mentions, I've already talked about. Whenever you see for any keyword, so this one does not have, but whenever there is a keyword which where there's like someone forgot to link to you from that keyword, that will show under unlinked mentions, and you can just approach those people. Um, another great use case is to grab guest posting opportunities. Now, how do you do that?
Right.
So here, as you can see, web and news. So we arrange these websites on the basis of number of keywords. So let's ignore the first maybe two or three pages. I will have to put my laptop on charge 1 second, Mohammed, before it turns off.
Right.
Sorry, guys. Am I audible, Mohammed?
Yes.
Hello,
Yes. Yes. We hear you. Yeah. You there?
hello.
Yeah. Hello. We hear you. Can't hear? Oh, looks like he got disconnected a little bit, and We'll bring him back for a minute. But definitely, guys, the question that someone's asking is that if we get the agency plan with 20% discount, yes, is back. Okay. And
Okay, sorry, I don't know what
I'm gonna
happened
answer a
there.
question here. If we get the ages plan with 20% discount, we will still have the same price on the future upgrade. No, the discount always lasts as long as the deal is on digital thing. After that, you can upgrade for an LTD price within 12 months, but the 20% will not apply, and it will be a one-time payment rather than right now you get a split payment, right? So if
Yeah.
you got like 4x right now, you get the 20% off, and also monthly payment for that. So you get, how many is it, 3 months, right? 3 months split payment
Yeah, 3 month split payment for the agency plan.
for the
And
agency.
what we are doing is, the people who are doing a 4x upgrade or any of the upgrades, we are also doing split payments on that as well.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you know that. And another question is coming here. Can you actively monitor for new mentions and get updates? So rather than just one time, can the
Mhm.
system automatically refresh
Yeah,
instead of searching each time? Maybe notified via email of the new mention found every 3 days for keyword X.
absolutely, that's what we do. We already, monitor these mentions for for these keywords. We monitor every day what are the new mentions, and we do send emails. In fact,
Right, right. So that's what I understood it to be. Yeah. So once you put the keyword in, if there's new mentions, it adds and it tells you, and it actually, and you get an email every day, not every week or every 3 days. You get an email every day.
yeah, every day right now.
Yeah, I get emails
Absolutely.
every morning at 6 o'clock. I wake up to a new email. These are the mentions that came the last 24 hours. Yep. Right. Exactly,
Absolutely.
guys.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I will. So,
Exactly. So, and another question is, I wanted to ask how to limit the emails. We get emails for each keyword. Somebody wants.
Okay. Yeah, we have actually, this is another feature. Can you see my screen right now, Mohammed?
Let me see that. Yes, that's your screen. Yes.
Okay, great. So what we have done is we have created this small. So we were getting, so a lot of people were asking about this particular issue, that we are getting a lot of emails. So we have made this option where you can, in your profile, if you go to your profile, you can disable the email notifications.
Right.
So I've just disabled, although I'll enable right now because I want these. Now, what we are also doing is we will go advanced with this feature. We'll allow this on a keyword level or on a group level,
Good
because
question. Yeah. Another
yeah, great
question.
question.
Another
And
question.
see, a lot of these small things, I've not even announced them. We've just kind of we've done them, and now, after doing that, because I don't think these kind of things need an announcement. So at the bottom of the email, when someone clicks on unsubscribe, we take them to this particular page. So where they can unsubscribe from the notification emails.
Okay. Another question. Go back to that email you just showed us. You showed us an email, right?
Yeah.
See, this email is all about web signals. Can we white label the SMTP from which the emails, the address from which the emails are coming from, and also the design and everything of these emails?
Right. So absolutely, we will see the white label again. It was a feature which we have built, because everyone wanted white label, and white label was the domain white label. So it is a feature which was built during the last couple of weeks. So right now we have not done it, but absolutely, emails will be white labeled sooner or later with the ability to. So what this is, as you'll see here,
Coming
this comes from, so this will
what's
change to, like, we'll give the complete option, to change the email where it is coming from. See, what we do is we use Amazon SES,
right?
which is a great way of sending emails. So we can still give the SMTP option to change that, but email delivery is not easy. So I would suggest that like this perhaps would stay, but again, we'll give the option to kind of change that or not change that.
No, people can
Uh,
still use their own yes, if they have to use, as long as
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
right,
So,
right. So that's good.
and
That's
then
good to know. Good
here,
to know.
the subscribe, if you click on it, now you'll go to an FAQ where we tell how to turn off the emails.
Yeah, white label is gonna be very interesting. So yeah, there'll be a lot of people coming back to you because of the emails and all that stuff for white label, but hopefully you can rectify them and fix them with time. Yeah.
Yeah, we will not stop. Will not stop building till we have a tool which is better than everything else. Which again, it's from my experience, it's an ongoing process. It's never what you want. It's all like you always want to improve it further.
Perfect.
Um,
We're actually coming to about 4 o'clock here, and we've been live for some time, about 1 hour and 15 minutes. And
right. So maybe what
so
I can do is I can quickly go through these, or maybe I'll share
for the
this
next,
document with
yeah,
people.
send the document to me. We can share it, but also we'll do
Sure.
more lives anyway. So in the next live, we can talk about the use cases, new features coming, guys. If you want to set up a business, that's very very rare to set up in terms of the software that does social listening. Then you have the right tool, the right team, white label, good limits, and we have been able to solve the problem of the number of mentions per keyword by limiting how many mentions are used. Um, you can limit so many things, and to be honest, you could do a really decent business with this just features, right? If somebody invests in the 4x agency, that's about 200 clients. If you can handle that, and you can charge them monthly for it, and you have the skills and the ability to sell and to market, you could probably retire from it. You could,
Guys,
because we're
don't
talking
don't
about
compete too hard with
$299 per client,
us.
right? Yes.
but don't compete too hard with us. Let us also sell our
Yeah,
plan.
yeah, yeah. Don't go. Well, that's the thing, right? You want to make sure that you see this world has 7 billion people. Okay,
Yes,
almost
yes.
8 billion. All you need is 200 clients. We can leave the
And
rest of the 7 billion to to vapor to handle it,
but
right? But that's a lot
and
of.
see, anyone who already is running an agency, I think
Mhm.
this is a great add-on. If you have clients already, you can easily upsell this to your current clients. Even if you don't charge what is the suggested price point, even if you charge lesser, still it will be a great. See, what happens is the more services you're providing to a client from one source, the higher is the probability of those clients staying with you, because they're dependent on you for multiple things rather than just one service. So just for one reason, I think this would be a great investment. Like, even if you invest at 599, offer this to your 50 clients with at a very low cost, but get them more involved with you as a company. That alone is a great use case. Why you should do buy this today.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time. I know it's kind of like a weekend, and everybody's been through 3 lives back to back with me here. Um, yeah, it's not easy,
Yeah.
but definitely the deal is good now. The number of keywords people have been asking for it, we increased it. Hopefully, people will find value and start doing business with. By the way, we'll continue to offer those courses. The we started, how you can make money with web signals program, and I will continue to finish that. The good news is that next few months, like a month or two, we'll take a break from all these deals, and that's when I'll build more and more content for these things. So each every single deal, and to make sure that you get some value back for your deals, right? And
Thanks,
yeah,
Mohammed. And I
and
hope
thank you
you
for the
get some rest
amazing development,
now.
and thank you for your generosity to add that additional 100 keywords for the agency.
Yeah, I hope people like it more now. And I think by tomorrow or day after, we'll add it to all the old accounts, those 100 keywords.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you.
The
Thank you
people
for
who.
coming. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Appreciate it. Bye bye.
Enjoy your
Okay,
weekend.
bye.
Bye.